It's a throw in.
It's quite self-explanatory, isn't it?
Well, it's like
I see your point.
when I'm refereeing,
I can't really explain.
If I'm refereeing, it literally depends on the mood what I'm in. To be fair, it's either
some days I say throw in, some days I say throw on.
It's a throw in.
Like,
a throw in.
do you call Rory Delap one Rory Delap throw on?
No,
that's a Rory Delap
no,
throw
that's
in.
true. That is true.
Yeah, but that's a throw in. Yeah, you can't really
throw in then.
There is
The
literally
word
no
throw
difference.
is becoming really weird now.
Let's say at the charity match, I'll just like give it someone. Oh, you take the throw in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
correct.
then
Well done.
but then if I'm like, yeah, no, that's a throw on. Like if I'm like,
Fraud.
Oh, well.
too much
Anyway,
waffle, too much waffle.
I think that is the most pointless debate we might have ever had on here, in all honesty. But hello and welcome to the Blue Podcast Network. This is the Gold Show, the Premier League show, episode number 36. I'm here with Matt, Ethan, and Kian. We're here to talk about everything Premier League. And we're going to start off with Chelsea against Newcastle at St James's Park.
I do want to say welcome back, boys.
Yes,
Welcome back.
yeah.
Thank
We've
you.
been
Thank
vanished for a week, didn't
Yeah.
we? Yeah, I hid away whilst Liverpool lost. That was clearly the main reason. But no, I went back home for a little bit of time.
I
But
missed the wrong bloody week.
yeah, you did, didn't you?
Wrong bloody week. We actually won a game.
You won a game.
We won a game of football.
I mean, it was perfect because we didn't have to listen to you.
We
waffle
won
about
a
it for
game
half
of
hour.
yeah. You will now. We won
Yeah.
a game of football.
Yeah.
But yeah,
There we go.
I do want to start with Newcastle against Chelsea. Of course, Nicholas Jackson getting himself sent off. It means that he misses the rest of the Premier League season.
Not a red card.
Oh no!
You don't think it's a red card?
Oh no! What a big
No?
loss for
Having
Chelsea.
seen it back, that same thing happens in the majority of football games, I'd argue.
Right.
Like, you're running and you jump up for a ball and your elbow comes out. Like, yeah, he's caught him slightly, but it's not a clear and obvious error, so it shouldn't go to VAR.
Do you not think so?
It's not, because VAR is for if the referee's made a clear and obvious error and it should be upgraded. That error is not clear and obvious because, I'd argue it's a yellow card anyway,
Right.
but it's not a very clear red to the fact that, the referee's made a clear mistake.
I'm
I
saying
don't
it's a
think.
red. I'm saying it's a red.
You think?
Yeah, I do think it's a second.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Elbowed him.
It's,
How can you not?
it's assault.
Exactly,
Really.
yeah.
It's
It's
not.
assault at the end of the day. Well, are you just going to go to someone in the street and elbow them in the face?
No,
He doesn't. He probably didn't mean
It's
it like that.
It's a
did he?
contact.
Of
It's a
course he
contact
didn't.
sport.
It
Not
is.
with your elbows.
Yeah, but if you jump up if you jump up to win
So
the ball,
if I stood someone in the stomach,
no,
it's a
but
contact
that's
sport.
different.
It's a contact
No,
sport.
no, but
It's a bit extreme.
I think the way he's caught him, yes, it's a foul, but it's not a red card. It's a yellow card
No,
because he's making an attempt for the ball.
woke. No, it's red.
I mean, weirdly enough, anyway, Chelsea played better with 10 men than they did with 11. I thought
Yeah.
second half they came out and they were knocking the ball about really,
that is
really
just
well.
prime Chelsea. Like, that's what you expect from Chelsea. They'll play better with 10 men.
Yeah, Jose Mourinho-esque, you know.
Yeah.
I didn't
Go
see
a
the-
man down, play better.
I didn't see the first half, but the commentators were saying that it seemed like Newcastle came out with a different game plan to what Chelsea were expecting, and
Yes.
they just didn't adapt.
Yeah,
quick enough.
they played like a back three system, Newcastle. It was really interesting. They had Livramento and Jacob Murphy as the wing backs. Another
Yeah.
assist for Jacob Murphy, by
He's
the way.
ridiculous.
What a season
How,
he's
how
having.
are some people saying that Pedro Neto is better than Jacob Murphy?
Did you,
Well,
did
no,
you
to
say
be fair,
that?
to be fair.
Did you
They
say
said
that?
it.
Hold on,
that is on
wait.
No, there is no
Wait,
waiting.
wait. There is no wait here.
Hold on. I
there is no way.
literally
You're wrong.
said when it got uploaded, I put in the group chat, the only thing I would probably change now is Murphy over
Oh,
Neto.
yeah.
It's not even a debate for me. Neto's been shit this season.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I,
he's still a good player.
He is, but he needs to get
Like
his goals numbers up. doesn't
Foden's
he?
been crap this year. Still a good player.
Yeah, I mean,
If
Foden's been better than
if
Pedro
you're-
Neto, though.
But if we're doing a combined 11,
I don't know about that
right,
one.
like of
Yeah,
right
obviously
now,
I'm taking
of
Murphy.
Foden and Murphy, I'm picking Murphy.
I'm taking
right
Murphy.
Now.
I don't know why I said Neto, to be fair.
Murphy's
but-
been one of the best wingers in the Prem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is true.
That's a
Better than
fact.
Salah.
Hold on,
Stop
can
it, you. That's absolutely that is criminal.
can I just say you're going at me for saying about Neto over Murphy? Tom said Lavia over
Oh,
Tonali.
yeah, that was,
yeah, that was
that was
crap.
disgraceful.
So I ain't
To be
taking
fair.
flack here, boys.
You are taking flack for it. So
Well, no, I can't believe.
You know, but you both said that as well because Tom doesn't get out of this like with nothing. But he's not here on this podcast, is
Yeah,
he?
but Tom said Lavia over Tonali.
Yeah, I
Like, that's
didn't agree
awful.
with that
It is
opinion.
bad.
I mean, and Lavia gave the ball away for the first goal.
And
in a
Tonali
really
scored.
cool
And
he
position.
scored.
Yeah, of course,
He's-
and
Tonali scored
you
as
also
well.
said Caicedo over Livramento as well.
Thing is,
No, over Trippier,
yeah,
What,
which is fair.
Wait, did you even include Tino?
Yeah,
left back. I put him over Cucurella because I don't rate
Oh, well,
Cucurella.
to be.
I wouldn't put him over.
Actually,
I
now
don't
I've said
rate
that.
Cucurella.
Actually,
I think he's
I'd say
crap.
Cucurella's been good, but also I'm putting love out there for Big Tino.
Yeah,
He's been very good.
Liv
He's
Men's
been
been
very
class.
good.
He's been class.
Yeah, he's been linked with Manchester City, I've seen recently.
Yeah.
Who isn't linked to Manchester?
Well, yeah,
City?
I mean, look at some of the players that are
I could
interested in
probably
Tijani Reinders, William Wirtz,
I could probably name you about 30.
Morgan Gibbs-White. Morgan Gibbs.
Yeah, but going back to the game though,
Yeah.
I think this result confirms UCL probably for Newcastle.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think
Yeah, definitely.
Newcastle now have it. I think.
Have you seen Chelsea's away form since Christmas?
Awful.
Yeah.
Really bad.
One win away from
Really
home since
bad.
Christmas.
Can't get any worse, can it?
No, they got us.
Yeah.
They got us soon, mate. They got us soon.
It's not a very tough place to go, is it?
Well, yeah, I mean, we'll get onto that game in a little bit as well. I just think Eddie Howe has done an exceptional job with this Newcastle team. I know he's had the backing, but over the years with the owners, but still to be able to be competing with the likes of all these other teams that are doing so well and to win a trophy as well in this season, they could still finish second. It's more than possible. They've got to go to the Emirates. Is it next week? I think it is. Second to last.
This game week.
This game week. So
Could you imagine if they finished second?
yeah, Arsenal fans.
Mad.
What was it that we were saying about Tottenham years ago? When you finished third in a two-horse race,
who
it
came third in a
could
two-horse
literally
race?
happen.
I mean,
It could literally happen to Arsenal.
To be fair, that was more our fans than Arsenal fans, but it was both.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It was
I
both, but it was more our fans.
Yeah,
saying
but
that
it's funny just to see Arsenal crumble. It's just
Yeah.
so
Ar-
funny.
Arsenal fans are so deluded. Like, it's actually
Oh, yeah.
mental.
Well, the majority of them. The majority.
They
Was
they
it the
won't
Red-
they
the
won't
Red-
admit that.
The Red Show the other week, Marino #1 in the.
I saw that,
centre
yeah.
mid. What
Ridiculous.
is Rhys on?
Did Rhys used as one of his arguments, he's a nice guy.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah, thank you. I was going,
How do you even know that? Like, you don't know that.
Yeah, so he puts 99% heart in it. My argument back to that was my nan puts 100% effort into a jumper that she knitted for me. Doesn't mean I'll wear it, does it? Like, it was criminal. That Red Show was a shambles.
That might be my favourite quote we've
I
ever
like
had on
that.
any show ever. I might have to use that as a thumbnail quote.
It was just shambles. I
Yeah.
was just sitting there going, like, what is going on? I mean,
Yeah.
I was a little bit on the reeling the Liverpool fans saying McAllister #10.
Yeah, I mean, that was poor.
I am putting out there he is one of. I'd say I'll put him second. Still, I'm still.
He's up there.
I'm still having.
Yeah.
pretty
Even you commented. Even you
Yeah, well,
bit
I
on
saw-
that.
We know Lloyd into commenting.
Yeah,
Lloyd's
well,
so
even
nice.
Pete
Yeah, I
Bott
got
commented
Pete
on
Bott.
it,
Pete
so,
Bott.
you know.
Pete Bott.
Yeah.
In you come, boss. In you come.
No, but yeah, Pete Bott commented because he thought it was so terrible. Like
That's how-
you
that's
know,
how much you
that's how
rattled
bad of an
him.
opinion it was. Pete had to comment. You know,
Really,
Poor.
that's
Sorry,
really meant.
Pete.
but yeah. Anyway, shall we move on to Nottingham Forest, Leicester? Because you want to talk
Hold on,
about
hold
it.
on.
I can't imagine you
No,
want to talk
no,
about
no.
it.
I want to
First-
say something.
You want to say
I want
something?
to say
Should we
something
just
first.
take a
Oh,
step
hang
back
on.
here?
All right.
My passport's out because we confirmed Europe.
That's very
No,
true.
the first thing I want to say is sending our best wishes to Taiwo Awoniyi. Hope he gets better soon because that is an awful injury.
Yeah.
Which we need to talk about the rule there first of all because
What did you just do?
Rest in peace.
He's not dead.
No, like pray for him to
well,
get
no, but
better.
he's in an induced coma, isn't
yeah.
he?
Yeah.
But it begs the question about the rules. Like,
He was clearly
'Cause-
offside as well by a good yard.
I was gonna say, 'cause
I
I've been-
understand the rule. I understand
Yeah.
it because if a goal happens, like if it's tight and the lino doesn't have full 100% no on it, I understand
Then it
it
shouldn't be a
because
lino.
a goal could happen.
yeah.
I understand it, but when he was as far offside as Alanga was, I literally had the perfect angle on it. It was
Yeah.
miles off.
Well, see, I didn't know. I thought because I looked at it and I said to my dad, I swear he was offside. And when it got squared across, I was worried if he scored that it would have counted.
Well,
I didn't know,
I thought he scored.
but all I'd say is me and Lenny went to this event a few weeks back, a few months ago probably now, and we were speaking to these Premier League referees, and they were saying with the delay in the flag, they weren't taught what to do with it. They were just told, right, we're going to delay the flag now, and they were like, what do you mean? They were like, you're just going to delay the flag, and they were like, well, we don't know what that means, and they weren't really given proper training on it, and it seems that the rule is still kind of a bit up in the air, and even the assistant referees don't really understand it that much.
This was going to happen. Someone was
Oh,
going
yeah.
to get badly hurt, like because of this rule.
How long did it take Taiwo to actually like come off the pitch?
We kept him on.
Oh,
That's why. That's
Yeah.
why. That's why. That's why.
that.
What? No.
He just did that to me.
That's
Trying
why.
to talk serious here.
That's why Marinakis came onto the pitch.
oh,
We need
That's
to
what
talk
he
about
was-
that in a minute. I'm going to say we could do a whole podcast on this game alone
Yeah.
because it's so there's so much to talk about.
Yeah, they
but
came out with a massive statement, didn't they, Nottingham
that was
Forest?
propaganda.
It
I'm
was
sorry.
a proper. It was a. I'm saying this. Fair play. What a statement.
No.
What a statement.
I've not seen
It's
it.
propaganda.
Called out Gary Neville practically.
Yeah, exactly.
didn't they?
That's what I mean.
We'll have a look.
Gary Neville.
If you read that statement, it's like literally propaganda. Like,
What do you mean?
because
Is it on Forest's Twitter?
it's about the injury
Cool.
to a player, like a serious injury. There are 3 lines on the player and about 6 paragraphs on your owner.
Yeah, because
That's all just defending him and being like,
because he
all
was
praise the
getting,
mighty Marinakas.
because he was getting.
Is it on the official account?
Yeah,
Yeah, it'll be on the official account because Nottingham Forest they've posted
a
it.
big
The
sell.
thing is, it is mad that
I think it's a great
them drawing to Leicester has caused this reaction because
Well, no, he,
5 years ago it would have been unthinkable for them to even be playing us.
he didn't.
So,
He was like I
Just
said,
glazing your owner.
he went on the pitch
I mean,
because
if-
of he went on the pitch
Where's
because
the
of
dig at
Taiwo.
Neville?
He wasn't moaning at Nuno or anything.
Yeah.
Like he was moaning because of the injury.
yeah, but also he put the ownership into a blind fund. So what right does he have to be on the pitch?
Don't start that. That's
Well, no,
electric.
but seriously, what right does he have to be on the pitch?
That's
He's not your owner.
He still
on paper.
he still put all the money in.
Yeah, but he's not allowed any control over the footballing operations. So technically, he's just a pitch invader.
Yeah, but you're not
And by the
going.
way,
You're
our
not.
pitch invader was bloody brilliant. He did a good job.
Someone invaded the pitch.
Yeah,
brilliant.
second time a Leicester fan has invaded. pitch
Thankfully,
this
this one was a bit less violent than the first one.
Can I just say, worth getting a ban from football
Yeah.
for a 2-2 draw.
Yeah.
For a
I understand
2-2
it.
draw.
I
All I said-
understand it if it's like right at the end. I get it.
Look, I'll explain why their fans are happy with this result. It's not a point because the point means, well, it means nothing to us because
Well,
we're relegated
yeah.
already. It's just a hate watch. It's a hate watch in the stadium. We didn't want to see you get Champions League. We wanted to see you drop points. This is what Conor Cody said it after the game. We came here to try and disrupt their season, and we've done that.
Well, it's like,
It was brilliant.
yeah, but when your fans are singing "Say Goodbye to Europe" when the game,
We weren't really. We were singing Champions League. You're having a laugh.
yeah, but no, your
Yes, you are.
there was a TikTok saying like "Say Goodbye to Europe" when the game literally got us Europe.
No, I know. That's why I didn't say that. But the fact, like, because I didn't want to say this because we were coming up to playing you, so I was very worried about the game, especially if you'd beaten us. You've not been European quality all season. Sorry, Champions League quality all season. You've not. You
What?
Oh, I don't know.
We literally
I
won
don't
like
know.
6 or 7
You
games
were-
in a row.
You were outperforming your XG massively.
Oh, XG's
No,
clear.
no, 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 no.
XG
Oh
is the
my
worst stat in
days.
football. The only thing XG is good
Look
for
at-
is to see how much you've battered your mates on
Look
FIFA.
at every
Like, that's
look
only
at
good
every single
XG 's good
stat
for.
though. You were outperforming it massively in terms of where expected where you should have been. You were outperforming it. Like Chris Wood shouldn't have scored as many goals as he did.
But he has
But he
because
has.
he's been
He
incredible.
has.
I know, and all full credit to that. You got good results at the start of the season, but
Your
your luck's
argument-
running out
your
and you've run out of
argument is
steam.
on-
No, it's not
What
luck.
if?
It's not luck. I'm sorry, it's not luck. You do not have luck for the large majority of the season. You don't have luck for that.
Well, maybe not luck, but the result.
We've run out.
results have
Of,
gone
I
your way.
agree. We've run out of steam, and we should have had it in January. I agree with that. But also, Champions League's not over.
No, it's not yet.
If
I think it is.
no,
personally.
if Villa lose to Tottenham or drop points against Tottenham, I know it's not going to happen.
We're talking about big hypotheticals here. Then.
But if Villa drop points at Tottenham on Friday, it's back in our hands.
I don't know. I don't see
It's
it.
back-
Well,
anymore.
it is back in their hands because they've got Chelsea on the final
Yeah.
day of the season.
It felt quite.
So that
When-
would be a massive game if Villa do drop points.
Look, obviously it was deflating for you lot to concede to us in the 82nd minute, but when that goal went in, it did feel like there was a massive around the stadium. Felt like there was an absolutely massive deflation at the kind of thought.
Yeah, it
of,
was.
we're not getting it anymore. That's kind of
Yeah.
to me. That's how it looked. Looking at it,
But I don't think it's as over as people think it is.
No.
I don't think it's not.
No,
Like
I mean,
said,
if you look at the league table, Nottingham Forest are 1 point behind Chelsea in 5th with 2 games to go. They've got to play
and
each
they've
other.
got to play each other.
yeah, but
It's
I
gonna
think
go
Chelsea
down
will
to
win that.
Chelsea.
It's
Chelsea
all up.
will win
It's
that.
still up.
And,
Chelsea
Chelsea
will win
and
that.
Chelsea are crap away from home.
Yeah, but
They
they'll
have
win that.
won one.
season.
What was it? One
Yeah, but-
One.
game in
Mate-
2025 away from home.
Mate, we're
That's
crap.
not great.
We're crap
It's not
wherever we
great.
play
I
though,
know,
and we
I
managed
get
to
it,
get
I
a point
get it.
against you.
I get
So that's the thing. Like you've just completely fallen off a cliff.
Yeah, but I mean, if we're going off one-offs,
No, but our form is the same as theirs in the last 5
Yeah,
games.
but can I just say, like, all the media saying how we've bottled it. If this form was at the start of the season and we had, you know, that run we had in December
Yes.
where we won 6, 7 straight games.
Mhm.
If we had that run now and this run of form we have now, right at the start of the season, the media wouldn't be saying anything. They'd be saying
it's
we're having
exactly,
an
it's different
unbelievable
stages of the
season.
season. You're not
Exactly.
wrong. You're not wrong.
All I was
Spot on.
All I'm going to say as well is how we did not win that game late on. I don't know because we had 3 clear
Yeah,
chances
it
to
did.
win it and we missed them all. I was absolutely going in that way because if we'd beaten you,
Can I
the
just say,
scenes.
Sangare, that was probably a best
He was
ever
good, I thought.
game for
Yeah,
Forest.
he was good.
He was unbelievable.
What did you think of Oliver Skip? because our fans have criticised him a lot. I thought he had an okay game.
I thought
He
was
runs
meh.
like an absolute melt.
Oh, he runs like Sterling. He does the weird like
I
thing
thought
like that.
Yeah.
he didn't stand out, but he wasn't awful at the same time.
And I also want to say,
I thought Ayew had a good game.
yeah, he did. Last thing I want to say on this game is the don't care thing is a complete gimmick. It's not true at all.
He's bitten. He's bitten.
Well, no.
He's bitten.
How is that fighting? I've been saying it all season.
Why did he say this then?
Because like
The chance?
right, so the walk back to the city like afterwards,
Yeah.
we were coming out the away end, and your fans when we started filtering into your because you have to filter
Yeah.
right by the away end, as you probably know. As soon as we started filtering in, all your fans start pushing and shoving our fans.
Yeah, but
around.
that happens at most games.
But they
Like,
get so annoyed.
that Tottenham fan the other week.
You ain't winning
Yeah,
nothing
exactly.
next season.
The Tottenham fan
You
was
better
like,
stay here.
No, like,
Yeah,
I
I'll
mean,
stay
I don't
at
mean
Seven
pushing-
Sisters train station
All
for
night.
the rest of my life.
I don't mean pushing and shoving. I mean like your fans are trying to start fights with our fans.
It happens
But
most grounds.
Then
Matt.
I'm not done yet though.
Okay.
Then the walk back, we were walking up that bridge that you walk across.
Trent Bridge.
Yeah, oh, I don't need to know the name of it. That's not the
Well,
point.
now you know.
So we're obviously chanting at you, but your fans then start turning around and start getting in our fans' faces, pushing them, holding them, and stuff like. Calm down, lads. It's a 2-2 draw to a random team that you don't care about. So chill out. It doesn't matter.
but
Chill out. Calm down. It's 2-2 draw to a random team. It doesn't mean a
It
thing.
happens at most stadiums. If you're going to sing to a fan base, of course it's going to.
So when you're singing, he hates Leicester and he hates Derby.
That's funny though. That's just funny.
I'm seeing some double standards here, you know.
But why is it Leicester? Why is it not Scunthorpe or Lincoln or Arsenal or someone random?
Scunthorpe are in National League North.
We sing.
I know, I'm just picking out random
we sing
teams.
about Sheffield United.
Yeah, but you sing about us more than other
Forest
teams.
hate list, right? Forest hate list. Derby's top. Then it's Liverpool. Then I'll say it's Leeds.
What?
No, we
Yeah,
hate
see,
we hate Liverpool.
see,
Yeah, they don't. Yeah,
See,
not
I
the
was-
Forest can't stand us.
I've never heard that.
To be fair, I don't think we're overly as fussed anymore.
No, I get that.
I was listening to a
But-
conversation with some Forest fans in the City Centre, and they were talking about how much they hate us. I think
it's more the older generation that hate
as
us.
well. I would say
I just
it
think
does
everyone
it does
else
make
takes it
sense
seriously.
because over the last 15 years, what we've done completely outweighs you. So we haven't played you for the last 15 years, which is why the derby has worn off because we've been in another level to you. So now, thing is, because now we're going to be worse than you for a bit, then maybe we're going to stop caring about you because we're not going to be playing you
So
so
you do
much.
care about us.
So no, so all I'm saying is I'd do the same if we weren't on
Yeah.
your level as well. I'd pretend to not care.
Right, I've heard enough from Leicester and Nottingham Forest, to be honest. We're moving on. We're talking about Man United next. Another loss.
Oh, we are just shambles. Like, it's just there's the only hope is the Europa League.
So Europa League FC.
No.
I've got to rely on Man United and Tottenham for the next 2 game weeks. Great.
It's going to be a lovely.
And those
lovely
two
watch this year.
teams, by their performances, seems like they couldn't really care less about the remainder of the rest of the Premier League games.
Well, because realistically, we are the bottom of the league, excluding relegation. So what do we have to play for, apart from
Right.
the Europa League?
Well, I mean, for the players.
all pride's gone. All
Right.
pride's
Momentum.
gone.
Yeah, I mean, for the players, though, surely they must be thinking about wanting to start in the Europa League final. That could have been a potential opportunity for them to
and
go ahead and
momentum.
say, you know what? I want to put my place in the starting 11 to play in a European Cup final.
Like Mason Mount.
And-
Good one.
Oh, Mason Mount. Oh, mate, I love the way Mason Mount's played the last 2 games. If he can keep this up, I know I just had a dig at you for saying you're basing your argument on a what if, but if Mason Mount can keep it up,
But I think what ifs are
hopefully.
important. They are.
we'll just hope he keeps up the same form because I like
But
the way Mason.
do you
Mount
not?
is.
You need some momentum though if you want to win this European final.
We
surely.
Well, I mean, considering if the other
need it,
team
so I'm
ain't got
gonna
no
say-
momentum
I was
either.
gonna say, Spurs are the other team, but surely you want.
I was
some
saying this
momentum.
to. I was saying this to someone that I work with called Ross. I was saying because he's an Arsenal fan. I was like, "Who do you want to win the Europa League final?" And he went, "I want the match to get abandoned."
That's
And I was
what I
like,
think.
I was like, "That'll be like the most typical thing." Let's say everyone gets like 4 people on each team get a red card, match gets abandoned. Like
What
that'd
if they-
be typical.
It ends like 10-10 or something.
10-10.
It's
I
either
like-
going to be that or 0-0.
Neither team wins on penalties because no one can score one.
The penalty shootout goes through to the
Well,
next
to be
day.
fair, Casemiro is going to get he's going to go up to 375 grand a week if we win the European final.
What?
Is
What's
he?
he on now?
Like, I can tell you what he's on. I know he's
He's
getting
on
a pay rise.
350, I think, at the
There you
minute.
go.
That's mental.
Like he's getting a pay rise. So Jim Ratcliffe.
He scored the other
Jim,
week.
Jim
didn't he?
Ratcliffe's hoping that Spurs win.
Didn't he score the other week?
Well, he scored against
against Bilbao.
Yeah. Well, he's been. I don't think he's been that bad actually the past few weeks, Casemiro. There's
Yeah, but they still need to offload him.
I just think.
Yeah, most likely because of the wages. 350 grand a week player. If you're not performing to a world class level, then probably it's time
we're
to go.
losing to West Ham for fuck's sake. Like,
Yeah, Aaron Wan-Bissaka got an assist. Of course, former Manchester United player.
we shouldn't have lost him. He'd fit so well, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I said this at the start of the season. They should never sold him.
We just need to lose Lindelof.
You hate the
why is he
Lindelof.
still
Selling Lindelof going to fix all your problems. And also, what was it? Did you see the West Ham United TikTok account?
that
He
was
turned
funny.
around and went like this, didn't he?
What was he doing though? I don't get it.
Screaming. He's like,
He was just frustrated, but it looks like he's celebrating. It's like when was it Manuel Neuer running off? I can't remember who it was. It was a goalkeeper who ran off and to the linesman. It looked like he was celebrating with the team.
Someone scored an own goal
or
once.
not.
I remember a defender scored an own goal and started running off.
Maguire against Everton, yeah. He went off going, nah! Same with Mike Dean as well. He's done it a few times. But I'd say to fix Man United, we need a new goalkeeper. I need a new goalkeeper, a couple new centre halves, a couple new fullbacks, some midfielders, some wingers,
a whole team,
a striker.
Yeah. I think that's what he was going for.
A bench.
Thanks for that,
Kian. New kitchen staff as well.
Yeah. Well, with Ruben Amorim, he's paid for all the coaching staff and their family to go out to a
Congrats,
final.
we've got someone with a decent heart in the club.
I mean, I can't believe the owners aren't
FC.
I mean, the owners aren't paying for him.
Until he puts him on a Ryanair flight.
I just can't believe they're not paying for him. Like, it's ridiculous.
Cost-saving measures.
I mean, that's a joke, isn't it?
And when they're building a new stadium as well.
Yeah, but we're having a barbecue if we win the Europa League.
I saw that. That's only for the staff, though, right? The fans don't get anything.
No.
To be
fair, we don't. Like,
You don't get anything anyway.
You can't even afford an open bus.
We don't need. Well,
I don't even know.
We don't need an open bus.
Would you guys really celebrate it? Would you get
it's a
fans
trophy,
going
though.
out?
It's a European trophy.
I know it's a European trophy, but at the same time, would they parade it after the season?
I would.
I'll parade it around the Emirates. Just
around the Emirates.
around the Emirates, especially if it's Tottenham. Just like
that was gonna go on the Instagram post. I was gonna put like European finalists, for Chelsea, Spurs, and United, and then Arsenal.
European semi-finalists. We tried.
Well, it was next year FC, so
Next year FC, yeah.
Goodness me. Well, speaking of Arsenal, let's move to Anfield. Let's talk about that game. Liverpool 2, Arsenal 2.
Take it away.
Obviously, it doesn't really matter in terms of our thing because we've already won the league, but I did want to beat them. I can't lie. We've not beaten them in 3 seasons now, and they've remained unbeaten against the rest of the Big Six.
This was when you
seasons in a row.
Yeah, this was when you were going to beat them as well.
Yeah,
like, surely
it's a perfect opportunity. We were 2-0 up at half time, and we bottle it 2-2, and then. Mikel Merino gets a red card, which wasn't sending.
And scores.
Second yellow card. Yeah. Main thing that people are going to want to talk about is that we've seen so much over the week is Trent Alexander-Arnold being booed by the Liverpool fans. I do want to know your guys' thoughts on it because I have my own personal opinion.
It's a disgrace.
Well,
absolute disgrace.
I'm not on that end of the spectrum.
I'll defend you if you want. The one thing I'd say is I can understand it because it's so easy to look at it as an outsider and think he's won loads of trophies with the club and now he's leaving and they should be thankful for what he's given them. But then again, Ben Chilwell was one of our best fullbacks that we've had and we loved him and then he left and now we all boo him and stuff. So I think...
Yeah,
no. But I'm saying think about it.
From Leicester's perspective,
think about
obviously
it,
Ben Chilwell and Trent, there's a bit of a gap.
Who's a good player who's left you?
What, in a bad way?
No, just a good player who's left you for a better club.
Jono.
Yeah, but
better club.
How do your fans still worship him, love him?
Well, we still like him because he's an academy graduate. We still love him.
Well, Gibbs White. If
he was to come and celebrate against you right in front of your team, you wouldn't like.
He
him
wouldn't
anymore.
do it though.
Yeah, but I think when players leave, you've got to remember that if they're moving on to something, you're not going to like it. You're never going to like it.
Yeah, but Trent's he's not left in a bad way.
But it's also.
I don't think he's dealt with it in the best possible situation that he could have
What else
done.
is he meant to do though? He's not
come out and speak about it. If he spoke to the fans and actually talked about it, I think we would have respected him.
Did he not
more.
talk about it in the? He's not going
to.
When have you?
Start of May, right? End of April. That was the video. It has come out, and obviously Fabrizio's about now, and David Ornstein, the likes of the journalists. Everyone's known about it for ages. They've reported that he's known since it last summer. He's known it for 18 months, 12 months. It's around that time period.
When
he's
have
not
you
said nothing?
When have you seen a player come out and talk to fans about transfers.
This happened.
I don't think they can.
He's
Like,
previously
yeah,
said
they
he
do.
wanted to be Liverpool captain as well.
I
You
don't
know,
think
this is the thing. He wanted to be Liverpool captain. He's a Scouser. He's from the city. I wouldn't have booed him personally. I don't think you should boo a
should
player
never.
in a Liverpool shirt if they're playing for the club. But at the same time, I get why some of the fans did it. I get why the
It's
why
not
the way
like
they're
he's
feeling.
refused to
My
play.
dad, my dad says this, and I agree, which is you should never boo the players during the game. It's afterwards because, like, during the game, you should be getting behind them and supporting them. I think no matter if they're leaving, no matter if they've been awful, you've got to support the team that you support.
Players
whilst
leave all the
whilst
time.
you're watching the game.
Players leave,
that's
players
the thing,
leave and transfer
But I
all the
think the thing
time.
with Liverpool is because it's all well and good me talking about the like Chilwell situation stuff, but with Trent. People view Liverpool. People who support Liverpool view Liverpool as one of the best clubs in the world.
It is the pinnacle.
So then
That's
people are
what
saying,
we
well,
view
why
it
does he
as.
want to leave and go somewhere
that is the truth.
better?
He's-
Whereas
he's
we know
done-
players are going to leave us to go better places like Liverpool. But then
he's done everything he can at Liverpool. That's the thing.
No, for sure,
win the
we
Ballon d'Or.
for sure, and I think the Liverpool fans, do see what he's done for the football club. He's been a part of a massively successful team. But the matter of the fact is, he's leaving when it's really good.
Yeah, but look when Kane
He's not
left
leaving,
Spurs.
but that's Tottenham. At the same time, no offense to Spurs, but they're not competing for Premier League titles. They weren't
Also-
under Kane, really. When did they compete for a league title? Apart from what was it?
15, 16,
15,
that's the only
16, was it?
time. Yeah,
But
and they
like-
finished third.
But this is the thing. Tottenham and Bayern Munich is a far greater jump than Liverpool and Real Madrid.
Yeah,
That is the truth.
I don't think you get this reaction with any other fan base.
I think there are some.
I think it's Liverpool fans.
I
It's
think if
just-
Saka was to leave Arsenal, you'd get very similar. If Saka left
no,
Arsenal, I think.
that Saka's their star boy.
Yeah, but Trent.
Saka's their star boy.
Trent's
They're
there.
really,
yeah, I was
they're
saying Trent
equivalent of
is
that.
their equivalent.
Yeah, that's
like
what I
that
mean.
homegrown talent.
I think if Saka was to leave, you'd get very similar.
I don't
I
think
don't
he
know
would.
who City's equivalent would be. Potentially Foden, but I don't think he'd get booed. Who else? Man United. Who's your? It's not, there isn't really one. That's the problem.
Bruno. If Bruno, to be fair, if Bruno came out and said like,
I think it'd be fair enough because
Yeah, but-
I think
yeah, but that's
United
a bit
fans would
different.
oh
accept
yeah,
it.
yeah. In fact,
But
yeah, to be fair,
I
if
think
any
they'd accept it.
if any player came out and said we're leaving, I'm leaving,
You can't
just got
blame
you just got to
them.
go.
That's the thing.
This is because
Lindelof,
of,
please.
sorry to cut you off.
It's all right.
This is because of how poorly United do
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
If Liverpool were in United situation and Trent said, "Well, I want to go to Real Madrid,"
No one's
I
gonna blame him.
don't think it would be the same outcome. The matter of the fact is, we've won a league title this season. Real Madrid haven't won a league title
Or anything,
as of
really, by the looks
not
of it.
really, not as of this season.
then
So
Well, to be fair, if he's going to move in his career, it's probably. I think it's the best time to do it now.
I think for him it makes sense to do it now.
It is for him because if he wants to go out and try new things, I think that's if you want to go do
Is
that,
it-
do that. But
is-
for a Scouser, sorry.
Is it just me who sees this move being an absolute flop though? I don't know
Do you
why. I
think
just
so?
feel
I
like
think
he's
he
gonna
gets
flop.
torn apart. In the
I don't know why. I just
think
see
he
this
does.
move being an absolute flop.
Well, it could be like Hazard.
Potentially.
That's what I mean. Is it just me who sees that? Because I think it really could be.
He
Like,
won't get
some
the-
of the attackers in La Liga
Yeah.
are just going to tear him apart.
And we, as Liverpool fans, over the years, against all the other rival fans, we have backed him massively over a lot of we can't defend situations. The amount of times I've had a debate.
They're saying it now.
Whether-
A lot of Liverpool fans are saying it
But
now,
the
though.
fact is,
Surprise, surprise.
he's leaving the football club.
He's
at
just
the best
embarrassing.
possible time, arguably, apart from, of course, when we won the Champions League and the Premier League. This is a massive opportunity for Liverpool. We've got 200 million to spend.
Jenson Button did the same thing in F1, did he not?
What do
Is
you mean?
F1
He left
rivalry
when
the
he won
same
the-
as football?
Yeah, no, but I think right. The thing I'd say is just because I think the main thing is because he's a Scouser. That's why people care. If
100%.
he joined the club and he'd done really well with you and then left, people would care less.
Yeah.
But that's to me is why academies are so important in football because it shows they are what people and fans care about most. Fans want to see players from their academy. They want to see them stay their whole career. Like it's so rare you get a one club player anymore. Like Thomas Muller's retirement, the scenes there were incredible because he stayed there his whole career. Like that's what I think Liverpool fans thought Trent was going to become. But
He would have had Gerrard status.
but look at it though. How many players do that in the modern game? I can't really name many.
No.
Because even Vardy's leaving us now because he's the one that I can
But he had
think of in the
he
Prem.
had the perfect opportunity to do it as a Liverpool fan. Growing up, he had the perfect chance to do it. Surely a Premier League with Liverpool and a Champions League with Liverpool means more to him than a Champions League and a La Liga with Real Madrid.
He's not really a fan.
Surely.
He's an Evertonian.
Like I said, he's done it before.
doubt.
though.
No, I know he's done it before, but surely that would
Yeah,
be
he
more. That's not-
could-
is
he
that not
could-
more
he could be a
important winning one La
Liverpool
Liga with Real Madrid.
Yeah, but I think
Not a Liverpool icon already, though.
well, apparently not anymore. That's what I don't get.
He's tainted his legacy.
I don't think he has though. That's where I
think
disagree.
I think he has done.
Because I wouldn't look at any of the players who've left us and say they're what they did with us is not an achievement now because they've left. It's still an achievement. It's like the same with Brennan Johnson. Even if he'd left in a really horrible, disrespectful way, they still look at it. Well, he got us promotion.
Yeah,
surely.
I'm always gonna love Jono.
I don't think you're still thankful to him because he's got you promotion. Like, I think you should still be thankful for Trent for the memories he's given you, for those Champions League, for the
100%, I'm
Premier
still
League.
Thankful for it.
Like that goal he scored against us, your fans are absolutely loving him. Then you should still thank him for that moment.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like
It's weird.
you know, we can talk about this for ages. There's all different
Yeah.
sorts of opinions and sides of it, and this is why it's such an interesting debate, because it doesn't really happen. Fans of a player of their own team booing their player because they're going to a different football. It doesn't really happen.
Daft.
It doesn't
Don't
happen.
be your own players during the game.
But it's a good debate. I mean, as I've said, I'm not going to call out Liverpool fans for booing him. Everyone's allowed their own opinion. I wouldn't have done it, but I don't think I would have really clapped.
I think I'd have forgiven it more if when he'd like walked around after the game like applauding the fans, if they booed him then.
They
But
did,
it's
didn't
during
they?
the game.
Well, he did
Yeah,
it.
but it's I don't think you can be your own player during the game, no matter who they are, who they are, how badly they're playing. Even if they've scored 5 own goals, you don't boo them in the game. You don't. You boo them after
maybe
the
you do.
game.
Maybe they score 5 own goals,
but
Matt. You probably do.
I've seen people booing our players before they've even started the kick, before they've even kicked off.
I think that's scored 2 goals, didn't he, against Liverpool?
The lineup gets read out and our fans start booing. I'm like, you can't do that before the game because
I get what you mean. Yeah.
why is that going to make them want to play for you? They're going to want to score an own goal if you do that. If I was Trent, I'd have been booting him the cop end. I would have been.
I mean, that doesn't make him look good. But if he did that, then he would have had the whole stadium booing him. It wouldn't have just been the 30,000.
I don't think the Arsenal fans would have been.
Going back to your point, I think if you score 3 own goals, you're getting dragged off.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, obviously.
I don't think anyone's gonna get
But what I mean is, I just don't think you can be your own player
I don't want to
during
go
the
on a
match.
tangent anyway, because I feel like we have gone on a little bit of one with the own goal stuff. Crystal Palace 2, Tottenham 0 away from home. Just see Eze laughing after he scored the first goal.
Tottenham are a shambles.
I love it.
Absolute
I think
shambles.
Eze might be one of my favourite footballers
He's
away
quality,
from us.
mate.
Like one of my favourite ones.
And he scored that goal in the FA Cup semi-final and just stood there.
He just stood there.
He's one of these.
Like aura.
I don't like these, like, you know, the nonchalant footballer gimmicks. Like, you know, Elise, he did it as well. I didn't like. It was cringe when he did it, but when
He's
Eze
just
does it,
cold.
That's
when
all
Eze does it, it's this.
That's all
Yeah,
we
it's
got
cool.
linked to Eze in the week. It's like, what?
Yeah,
Surely
I mean, that would
not.
be a great-
Surely that does not happen.
be a great
It
signing.
does not happen. It goes to Newcastle. I can only see it if Gibbs White leaves. That's the only way. And
Yeah. And
Gibbs
he's
White, he's leaving. It's inevitable now.
Yeah.
Does he want Conference League football though?
Well, no, if
Conference League.
Europa League.
Go on, bite.
Europa League
Go to Larnaca away. Paphos FC.
wins the European trophy though. So just saying.
No, it wouldn't. Seriously, that shows your delusion levels.
But yeah, I mean, even in that game, looking at it, Tottenham had 8 shots. Crystal Palace had 23. They dominated. I mean, Crystal Palace the second half of the season have been exceptional. We all know that. And Tottenham are clearly focused on the Europa League final.
My mate who's a Spurs fan said it's like literally the most boring game as a Spurs fan he's watched because like they just didn't try.
No, I mean, even if you're looking at the start 11, I mean, Kulusevski was playing centre forward. Like,
Kulusevski, Jesus.
But to be fair, it's not bad.
That
I
man's
know, but
played
he's not
more
an out-and-out
positions
striker, is
than
he? I don't think
goals
has
this
he played
season.
there all season at all? Like, he's been playing central midfield, attacking midfield on the wing.
Someone got injured.
Yeah. So, I mean, like these games for Tottenham and Man United, they're just the throwaway games, aren't they?
Yeah.
But as for Palace, it seems like they're going to finish 12th again somehow. Every single season they manage to do it.
Again, I do want to avoid going on a tangent, but do you guys think the media treats Ange unfairly? Because every interview I see, he gets asked such probing questions that they wouldn't ask any other manager in the league. I don't think they ask him things that they wouldn't ask any other manager. Like, are you going to get sacked if you lose this game? Are you going to get sacked? Are you going to get sacked? They're constantly asking him. It's like, actually treat him like a human, ask him nice questions. Because I think because there's this whole narrative now that he's all defensive and he's rude and he's grumpy with the press.
He is. He's an arsehole. I'm sorry, he is.
They deserve it.
Gosh.
They deserve it though.
Christ.
They deserve it.
He's an arsehole.
They ask him
Okay.
horrible probing questions every single interview. I would do the same thing.
I saw like one interview.
I think that's a bit strong of a word to use. I don't think he's
He
he's
says that. I quite like him. He says
I
that.
know,
Yeah.
I like him, but to the media, he's a bit of a like. Someone asked him. He was the first. Like he said, the interviewer said something like, "You're the first Australian manager to get to a European final," and then he goes, "Greek as well, mate." It's like
lovely Australian accent there.
I don't know. That's too bad.
But I
diabolical.
But I think he's become so defensive purely because because he gets asked these horrible questions that
Right.
no other manager gets asked. I think the media is so unfair to him.
Yeah, but to be fair, he's like
This whole narrative now is.
when he's in an interview, he's just no.
Yeah, he's not even looking at them.
I mean, I'm not saying he's not done anything wrong, but I do think that they treat him unfairly compared to other
I do
managers.
think managers at the same time, they do go through a lot of press conferences. I've seen, like, since Ruben Amorim has joined, he's had like 450 or something
No
like that
way.
in total.
That many?
He's mental.
It's crazy, like the amount of stuff
But you
that
got-
he's had to do because he's at Manchester United.
You've got 2 days before the game, you've got pre-match and post-match.
But we're talking, that's probably including every single interview, like post-match. So you know
Yeah.
how they do it with Sky,
They got
they
like
do it with
15
someone
different
else.
ones.
Yeah.
They do it with local radios as well.
Also, and then you just have people come in and
the
they'll
training
interview
ground
on
and
the
you
day.
get interviewed there.
Exactly.
And just randomly on the street.
Yeah,
he gets
I mean,
quizzed.
it must get quite tiring.
Yeah.
Like saying the same thing 470 times.
I would do the same thing if I was. I mean, I can understand Ange getting frustrated because I think most people would be the same.
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. Some of the interviews are like they don't help at all. Like their
No.
questions
But
are
I think it's
ridiculous.
good though. Like, I
questions
mean,
he
I'd
asks
compare
gets
it.
asked are
I'd
horrible.
compare him to Nigel Farage, not in a political sense, not in that sort of, in the sense of he just says what he thinks.
Right.
Like he just says it how it is.
Just
Yeah.
bad Ange and Nigel Farage.
No,
Yeah.
like
Yeah, I don't think that's a
I didn't
comparison
think I'd
that
hear
Ange
that
would like.
comparison on the podcast.
No, but I'm not
today,
saying- I'm
but
not
here
saying
we
like-
are.
Ever really?
No.
it makes sense because he also just says.
I see what I do. I see what you mean in terms of that man doesn't care about what he just says. He says what he thinks. But we're going to move on to Southampton versus City because Southampton are no
yes.
longer the worst
did
Premier
it.
League team.
They did it.
What a
Yes,
game.
2 games to go.
Did you see Diaz? It was so funny.
Yeah, it was rattled,
That
wasn't
was.
it?
I'm going to say that was
they've
not.
come in.
that
They've
was
come
not-
in not to. They've come in not to win.
That was not the press conference where he was talking about what he actually thought. He just lost his head. He's absolutely head
Brilliant.
lost.
Absolutely brilliant.
Because they
And
would have.
it keeps City in the race.
Totally. Because City would have gone there, and those players, I can imagine, with the mentality that Diaz came out after the press conference, they thought, we're going to win this already
Easy.
before they even started playing it.
And their
You know,
final.
Did you see Southampton's TikTok though? It was absolutely brilliant. So basically, they put the clip of him saying, "Oh, they didn't want to play football. They didn't want to play football," and they put clips of all of City's misses from the game. It was
Yeah,
absolutely
yeah.
brilliant.
their
Yeah.
fi-
So good.
Yeah, I
means-
mean, Southampton had 2 shots, City had 26. So,
City's final 2 games aren't easy.
no, they're not. They've got Bournemouth at home, and then they've got a
Fulham.
trip to Craven Cottage, which
Tough place to go.
wouldn't say is
I
an
think
easy
they
game.
get 6 points. I'll be honest.
Well, who
don't know
knows?
if
They
they're
just
on
drew
the
to
prediction.
Southampton, so
Yeah, but I think I get 6 points from them.
I'd love
because,
if
because as much as we take the piss out of them, Southampton did play very negative football against them. They
But
were.
yeah,
cares?
it worked.
Tactics-
It
I
worked.
know it worked, but the other teams aren't going to do that.
I think
Bournemouth need a win.
Bournemouth should just throw everyone behind the ball.
No, because they will go for it. They need a win.
Yeah, they need
They
it for
will
European
go
football.
for it. Which will make
If
them lose.
City win, if they win against Palace, then that 8th place spot is up for grabs.
Yeah.
You know
So-
what happened a couple of seasons ago where they lost to, I can't remember what team, but then they just spanked Watford 7.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like I can't
In the
remember.
FA Cup final, so I won it.
Oh, no, I literally can't remember. They got beat by some dire team, and then they just like came
Oh.
out and went bang, 7-0 at Watford next week. I think
Goodness
Liverpool
me.
did the same as well.
Yeah.
Like, they got walloped by some absolute stinker.
So
Then
was
they
it?
just
Are
came
you
out.
talking about 7-2 to Villa, or are you talking about?
Yeah. They when they got
Yeah.
Do you remember that game?
7-2.
Oh, yeah.
I enjoyed
yeah.
that.
I remember laughing
Agile.
at the TV because
It's one of-
the
it is
seventh,
one of
the
those.
7th goal winning, I started laughing.
Yeah, no, well, you do.
Yeah.
I think it gets to
It
the point where
was
it's
the
funny.
same week where we lost 6-1 as well. So.
Yeah, because what was it? They scored 4 deflections, I think it was, Aston Villa in that game.
Hmm.
And I was just watching, I was thinking, what on earth is going
Where's
on?
that youngster now? You know the one who scored in that game?
What, the
he's at-
Villa?
Yeah, he's at some like really low down team.
I don't know. I'm not
I don't know
sure.
who scored.
He's making a joke. I can't remember who scored. Are you talking about Ollie Watkins?
No,
Right,
It was a young bloke at Villa.
I don't know. Anyway,
Who was it?
If I knew, I'd bloody tell you.
I thought you were taking the piss. I thought it was someone who's
No, I'm getting
well,
something.
let's
This
move
would
on.
piss me
Let's talk about Aston Villa, as we've spoken about, as we're speaking on Villa. Big win for them in their hunt for Champions League football, put some level on points with Chelsea. Of course, Ollie Watkins scoring a goal. Emiliano Martinez made some pretty important saves
Yeah.
late on as well.
Ramsey red card though.
Yes, yeah, he got
Misses the
second
next
yellow, didn't
game.
he? Yeah. Yeah, next game, of course, being against Tottenham.
but
He's
they've
not a
got-
starter, though.
Yeah, they've got so much depth.
I mean, he did
Although,
start
don't
that.
forget, Tielemans is injured though. So
Tielemans injured, Rashford
Massive
injured.
loss.
say
That
T-
is the most important player I think you could
I'm
lose.
going to say Tielemans has been so
Tielemans.
overlooked this season. He's back to his best. He's absolutely
And he
incredible
went on
again.
a free. Went on a free from Leicester.
My head was my
Yeah.
head was gone when that
Yeah.
happened. But like that I mean, looking at the other way though, the business from Villa, it's an
Yeah.
incredible bit of business to sign him on a free because he
Yeah.
is some player when he's on his day.
And I mean, they didn't even not necessarily miss him too much because they had Onana and Kamara, of course,
He's
both
goalkeeper,
in
isn't
there. Who I think
Villa's squad
both
depth
solid.
is
For goodness
ridiculous.
sake.
Like, I think Villa have a better squad depth than Liverpool have.
Do you think so?
Better squad depth.
Leave
In,
off.
in terms of squad
Criminal.
depth,
Taking
That
the
is
mick.
that is an awful
squad
take.
depth,
Right.
depth-wise, like in terms of backup, I think they've got better.
You think you?
What
you
is
think they've
Nicola
got better?
Williams talking about? What is
Title
he-
and thumbnails easy now.
Yeah, goodness me.
Yeah,
You think
but,
they've got
yeah,
better
but
squad
look,
depth than
Yeah,
Liverpool?
bloody
but
Nico
look,
Williams.
Oh.
like I said, Tielemans goes out. They've got Onana.
Yeah.
Rashford goes out. They've got what? Asensio. They've got Bailey. They've got
Yeah, we got,
Ramsey.
if Gakpo's out, what we got Luis Diaz. If Diaz, if one of them goes out, you got Jota.
Jota's crap.
No, he's not. He always
Jota
scores
this
against
season, to
you.
be
I know,
fair,
yeah, I know.
he's not been that great. But
he's
if
still good.
Jota previous seasons, you're
Like
taking him over some of the people.
Liverpool's fullbacks. You've got Conor Bradley and Kostas Tsimikas as backup.
They're not bad.
I take Brad. I
Costas
take Brad.
Tsimikas is very good, and I
No,
think that's
Tsimikas-
Bradley.
no, I
been
don't rate
decent, mate.
Tsimikas, don't rate
Tsimikas got
Tsimikas.
the corner against you when he came on the pitch.
Shut
Why
up.
are you talking?
Shut up.
Why are you talking? But no, I mean,
but
I think that's a
scoring
bit of an
against-
outlandish statement.
Scoring
that
against
is-
Forest isn't that impressive. Most people could do it.
I think that is the worst take.
That is so
Yeah, we've had
poor,
worse.
Kean.
That is
had
criminal.
worse.
That is
Aston
awful.
Villa, who are sat sixth, have a better squad
Like
depth
you've got a
than
better,
Liverpool, who
obviously
are
you've got a
in
better
first.
team, but squad depth wise, Villa have like so much. It's ridiculous.
Oh, no,
That's crazy.
No,
They've got Ross Barkley.
no, no.
Big up Ross Barkley.
Don't joke about him because he scored against us.
That's absolutely mental. I'm going to rattle through the rest of these games, then we'll move on to
FPL.
FPL and predictions. Fulham 1, Everton 3. Another win for Everton. They're up to 13th in the table now.
love that.
Quietly
boys.
creeping up. They've been doing well.
Yeah, they have been. Fulham in 11th. That's pretty much their European hopes all gone.
Yeah.
Brentford, although
do it.
they're 4 wins in a row, it's the first time they've ever achieved that in the Premier League. They're up to 8th in the table. So currently they'd be getting Europa Conference League as long as
If City win the
if
cup.
City win the cup.
Yep.
And then Brighton, another win for them, keeps them in the hunt. They're level on points with Brentford, 2-0 away win against Wolves. And apart from that, I'm pretty sure that is all of the fixtures for this week. So, first of all, let's move on to FPL. Ethan, you can get us started, as you had the least this week with 32 points.
I don't even know what's happened, lads.
Don't even know what's
Oh.
happened.
Game's gone.
Yeah, game's
Well,
gone.
I'm glad this isn't next year.
Yeah, forfeit.
Yeah.
Next year.
Yeah, forfeits next year is what we're going to bring
But
that in.
I generally I couldn't tell you where it all went wrong.
Yeah, I mean, you've now moved below Dan
Yeah.
in the standings as
Oh,
well. Dan
so
is up
yeah.
to 50th. You're down to 51st.
So Matt Sells got me 2, Cucurella got me 1, Gvardiol got me 6, Aït-Nouri got me 1, Salah got me 2, Murphy got me 5, Salah got me 6, Iwobi got me 2, Barnes got me 3, Evan Nilsson got me 2, and Marmou's captain got me 2.
Oh,
He was on the bench, wasn't he?
yeah.
And
That
then
is an absolute
had
stinker.
Livramento on my bench, you got 7.
That is honking.
We are in
Yep.
trouble.
That is so poor.
Who's next?
Kian is next on the list with 47. But before that,
I've got 32 points in the
Yeah.
last 2 weeks.
32
Consistency-
points in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah,
That's
consistency.
terrible. That's so
So-
bad.
Sells got me 2. Aït-Nouri got me 1. Vardiol and Mitchell both got 6. Koke's got me 2. Salah got me 2. Murphy got me 5. Captain Delanga got 14.
That's
Not
decent. That's
awful.
good.
Got an assist.
That's good.
Rogers got 6. Isaac got 2. Bristol got 1. But you know, story of my life.
Oh,
Here we go.
no.
On my bench, Dean Henderson 6. Luis Diaz 8. Livramento 7.
You just pick the right players, mate.
That is rough. That is rough.
Start the right players.
Matt, you were second out of everyone with 63.
Yeah, I was going to say good week for me. I didn't realise. But I had Sells and goal, got 2 because he's washed. I had Wan-Bissaka with 12 points. I don't know how he got 12. He must have got an assist.
He got an assist.
and
Yeah.
a clean sheet.
Munoz's got 11 points. Gvardiol got 6 points. Kirke's got 2. Eze got 16 points.
Yeah.
Rogers got 6. Salah, who I'm thinking of getting rid of, has got 4. Isaac got me 2. Marmoush and Mateta both got me 1.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to get rid of Salah because the Liverpool have stopped trying.
He didn't have a shot at all in that
That's what I
game.
mean,
He was
Liverpool-
just going for that assist record, trying to ping balls into the penalty
you
area.
stopped trying, so I might just take him out.
And then I was first with 71 points this week. Sells with 2. Vardiol got me 6. Munoz got me 11. Mikalenko got 8 as he scored. Salah 2. Bowen got 8. Eze 16. The captain in Mbeumo, who got 12. Palmer 2. Evan Nilsson 2. Isak 2. Could have been more for me, though. Fleckham with 9 on the bench. Jimenez with 9 on the bench.
Oh,
and
okay.
Gilman got
That's
6 as
criminal.
well.
Welcome to my world.
So-
You have more on the bench than him.
Yeah, I mean, how many points did I get into
On
I
my
had
bench.
25 points on my bench, so I had 7 less points than your team did the whole week.
I had
That's absolutely crazy. But let's move on to predictions. As, of course, last week, Kian, you got 2 points. You predicted Newcastle and Crystal Palace to win. Ronnie was filling in for Matt that week, and he got Newcastle 2, Chelsea 0 as a correct scoreline.
Oh, well in.
Ethan got 4 points. He predicted Aston Villa to win 1-0 against Bournemouth, and then he also predicted Crystal Palace to beat Tottenham. But Tom, filling in for me, got a total of 7 points. Happy days. Aston Villa, he predicted to win. He got West Ham winning 2-0 correct against Man United, and he also got the 2-2 draw Liverpool and Arsenal correct as
and
well.
you wouldn't have predicted that. You would have predicted Liverpool.
I would have
win.
predicted Liverpool to win, for sure. But then I would have predicted Newcastle to win against Chelsea.
6 and 2 for Rhys.
Yeah, exactly. So in 4th place, it is Ubaid, Rhys, Ethan, Lenny and Ronnie on 38 points. Matt is in 3rd on 40. Kian is 2nd with 47. And now there's a 6-point gap. I'm top with 53.
I need a big
Game's
week.
gone.
What's
Yeah,
the
so
gap
do I.
what's the gap between the group and Matt?
2 points.
Oh, I need a good week this
So
week.
it's very catchable.
Going into
Very
this
I need a good
catchable.
penultimate game week.
It's the
Yeah.
first time I've done my predictions in weeks, I think. I've not been...
You've not been doing it for a while.
Yeah.
What do you mean? You did predictions on the Instagram.
Well, yeah, but
That's
Doesn't
on
count
this.
for this, does it?
Well, I mean,
I did badly in
I
there.
mean, I feel like I've got to say my exact predictions that I've put out.
Well,
for this
yeah.
week
I mean, it'd be
anyway.
a bit bad if you didn't put it.
So, but I think I couldn't remember what I predicted, so I'm gonna have to have it up.
Have a look. Aston Villa against Tottenham's the first game.
I've
I
got
wanna
4-0
predict-
Villa.
4-0 Villa.
Yeah, that's what I've put on the
3-1.
post.
3-1 to Villa.
3-0 Villa.
I'll go
See?
3-1 Villa as well.
What? So why are you going 4-0 Villa?
4-0?
4-0
That's a
is so many more
massive.
games.
That's
I was gonna
like
say,
that's a 4-goal gap between the two
what
teams.
That's what you said, because the other week when you said 4-0 Wolves and I said, oh, it's only 3-0. For me, there's a big gap between 3 and 4-0.
I don't
I think
there's
there's
big gap.
my point is there's a big gap between 2 and 4.
Oh, yeah, true.
Which there is. 4-0. I mean, to me,
Two's a very
are they
big
going to
number.
concede 4 goals? I think
Yes.
and then not
No.
score any.
Yes.
I feel like Tottenham will get 1.
No, it's
This
but
is
3-1.
16.
Fair enough. Chelsea versus Man United.
See, I've predicted 3-1 on the Instagram page, but
2-0 to Chelsea.
I'm also going to stick with it because we are
I'm
dire.
gonna go.
I think Cole Palmer will score.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna go 1-1.
1-1. Ooh, Chelsea's drop points to United. And then what did you say, Ethan?
I said 3-1 Chelsea.
3-1 Chelsea.
Yeah.
What are you saying?
Not back in United.
No.
I'm going 2-0 Chelsea. I think Chelsea get the job done. Everton against Southampton.
I put this in because it's the last game at Goodison.
Yes, it is, isn't it? Well, last game for the men's team because the
Yeah,
women's
but-
team
yeah.
are now going to be playing there next
Yeah.
year,
Great, that's a
which
great-
is
it's a great-
absolutely brilliant.
Brilliant.
Regardless, like it's just an amazing thing that they're doing because I think everyone sort of expected them to just knock the stadium down and not use it, but the fact they're going to use it for the women's
Yeah.
team, I think is
I
brilliant.
reckon
But
they'll
it's
also
good
use
that you-
like testimonial games as well.
I can imagine they
I don't
could-
reckon they'll.
Yeah.
I don't reckon they'll use Brentford.
they will do stuff like that, but yeah, it's amazing that they're doing it. It's such a step forward because we've seen in the past few weeks with the women's game,
Yeah.
with the certain like Wolves, I think were in the 3rd tier, and they didn't have the right license. The Wolves team didn't have the licensing to go up because the owners didn't sign the contract,
Yeah.
and they
Yeah.
went to promotion on the final day of the season. They didn't go up, but if they went up, they wouldn't have been allowed.
No.
Yeah.
I think it's important for women's teams to have their own stadiums as well.
Oh,
So it's a
100%.
step forward because it's now a dedicated. Because I'm right thinking it would be the first dedicated stadium for a women's team. That's not like
I'm pretty sure
They-
in the WSL, I think
because most of them play. at,
Brighton
like,
are talking
like-
about making a new stadium.
yes, they are, aren't they?
yeah,
yes.
which would be very good.
yeah.
And we speak more about that on the Diamond Show.
We do, yes.
Yeah.
Go and check that out. That comes out once every 2 weeks. Great show. Everton against Southampton.
Oh, I don't know.
3-1 Everton.
3-1 Everton.
Now that Southampton have got the point, they're not playing for anything. 4-0 because they're gonna
4-0.
they're gonna want to go out on a high. I reckon
Right.
it'll be a massive score.
2-0 Everton.
I'm saying 2-0 Everton as well.
Oh, screw you, Lloyd.
Sorry.
Yeah, I was gonna say you might as well.
You know what? I'm
disagree
gonna
with everything he says.
change it 3-0 Everton.
3-0 Everton. Okay, that's fine. West Ham against Forest.
2-1 West Ham. I've gone.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
1-0, 1-0.
You know what? I'm gonna back us.
You're going to
I'm
back
gonna back us.
them.
I'm gonna back us. 2-0 Forest.
2-0 Forest. Oh, this is tough. I'm thinking 2-1 Nottingham Forest.
Love that.
I reckon
Lloyd.
they do it. I reckon they get it done. Brentford against Fulham.
2-1 Brentford.
Ooh,
Fulham are sort of out of it now, aren't they?
Brentford have won 4 in a row, didn't you say?
Yes, they have done.
3-2 to Brentford.
Is it at Brentford?
It is.
It's very high
2-1,
scoring.
2-1 Brentford. It's a tiny bit of a rivalry, isn't it?
Yeah.
As well, kind of. They'll,
3-2 to Brentford.
they'll want to win.
Yeah, I'll go 2-1. To Brentford.
Yeah.
And then Arsenal against Newcastle.
2-0 Newcastle.
3-1 Newcastle.
And go 2-1 Newcastle.
Okay. 1-1. I think they'll
Wow.
be 1-1. I think it's going to be interesting, though. I can't wait till the final day of the season to see who gets Champions League.
I'm not.
I think
I'm
it's
not looking forward
relegated
This
to
is
it.
going to be amazing.
I'm not looking forward to it.
That's
at all.
already done. I was done last month.
The Premier League put out a tweet saying 20 matches to go, and I was like, yes, we still got a chance.
Oh dear.
Right. Anyway, on that note, that is where we are going to end this week's Gold Show. Thank you all ever so much for watching. If you have enjoyed, please make sure you like the video, subscribe to the Blue Podcast Network, and also go check out all of our different social platforms for all of our content. And for, of course, our charity match, which is happening in July. If you do want to go ahead and support us and come down and join us, there is a link in our bio on Instagram where you can buy tickets. Thank you all for watching. Take care. We'll see you soon.